An open letter to Americans who voted for Trump in 2024. Do you get it yet? Hi, I'm Sebastian Winters, and this is PS on the BS. I'm coming to you from the Arrowhead truck stop in Pendleton, Oregon. If you're following us on YouTube, Substack, or Facebook, be sure to subscribe, like, share, and all the other shit that shows you care. It'll be muchly appreciated. Let's get started. Dear fellow Americans, the ones who voted for Trump, I get it. I really do. You wanted a fighter. You wanted a government that worked for you, not against you. You wanted America to be great again, whatever the fuck that means. Jobs, security, freedom, and a leader who didn't take crap from anyone. So you voted for Trump again. And when Trump gave Elon Musk free rein to slash government programs in the name of efficiency, you probably cheered. Well, here we are. Not even till 2 full months into 2025. And I've got one question for you. Do you get it yet? You thought you were voting for jobs. Instead, you voted to screw yourself over. You were told that cutting government jobs would make America leaner, that we had too many useless bureaucrats sitting around doing nothing. But guess what? That useless bureaucrat was the single mom in Wyoming who worked for the National Park Service until recently, making sure that Yellowstone wasn't a complete disaster. She's unemployed now. She's maxing out her credit cards just to keep food on the table for her 2 kids. She doesn't have the gas money to drive to a bigger city to look for work. That bloated government worker was a veteran in Virginia who processed VA benefits for thousands of other vets. Guess what? He's out of a job too. And the veterans he was helping, they're stuck in limbo, waiting for months for benefits they were promised. That wasteful spending that you wanted to cut, it was the paycheck of the guy fixing the roads in your town, which is why there's a giant sinkhole in the middle of Main Street, or at least there will be soon, and nobody is coming to fix it. And it's not just government workers. It's everyone around them. The dry cleaner down the street that used to press the uniforms of all the federal workers nearby. Losing business. The coffee shop that counted on the morning rush and lunch rush from local government offices. The restaurants, empty tables. The mechanic who worked on postal workers and park rangers' trucks, sitting in his shop wondering if he should start laying off his crew. You see, you don't just erase thousands of paychecks without sending shockwaves through an entire community. Your vote didn't build America up. It gutted it like a deer on the side of the highway. USAID wasn't just foreign aid. It kept American farmers in business. You thought canceling USAID meant cutting off handouts to other countries? That your hard-earned tax dollars wouldn't be wasted anymore feeding starving kids in Africa? Did anyone tell you that USAID was one of the biggest buyers of American agricultural products? Did they bother to tell you that farmers in Georgia had contracts to sell peanuts to USAID? Farmers who already grew the peanuts, who harvested them, already paid their workers because they were supposed to be getting millions of dollars from USAID contracts that no longer exist. Now those peanuts are sitting in warehouses, unsold, rotting, because nobody else is buying that much product at once. Dairy farmers in Wisconsin were supposed to sell millions of pounds of cheese through USAID's programs. They planned their year around those sales. They took out loans based on those contracts. Now the cheese is going bad, and the farmers are drowning in debt. The same thing is happening with wheat, corn, soybeans, and rice. Warehouses across the Midwest are filled with food that should have already been sold, already been shipped, already been delivered by trucks, already been unpacked by dock workers, and turned into paychecks. But instead, it's just sitting there rotting. Let me tell you what happens next. If a farmer can't sell their crop, they plow it under or let it rot because there's no space left to store it and no money to move it. If they do that too many years in a row, they lose their farm. If enough farms go under, food prices skyrocket because there's less supply. And when food prices go up, guess who gets hit the hardest? Not the rich, not the politicians. They'll be fine. It's you. You, the guy who's already living paycheck to paycheck. You, the single mom trying to buy groceries. You, the retired veteran who just saw the price of eggs double. Do you get it yet? The cost of grandma's insulin just shot through the roof. Hope you got a spare $300 laying around. Or even $500 for that matter. You remember how insulin used to be capped at $35 a month? Well, guess what? That's gone now. And now your grandmother, who lives on Social Security, which is also about to get cut, is back to rationing her insulin, trying to make one vial last twice as long as it's supposed to. She could slip into a diabetic coma, but hey, she had a good run. At least the billionaires get their tax cuts, right? Your neighbor, the one with the type 1 diabetes, just went to pick up his prescription. Found out that the cost jumped back up to $300 or more per month. Because the drug companies can now charge whatever they want again. The kid down the street who was diagnosed at 6 years old, his parents are back to crowdfunding his insulin on GoFundMe because their insurance won't cover the full price. Folks, this isn't just bad policy, it's cruel. And it was entirely preventable. Do you get it yet? You thought you were voting for America First, but your leaders sold you out. They sold you down the river. Trump told you that immigrants were the problem. He told you that welfare was the problem. He told you that government spending was the problem. But look around. Are the immigrants the reason your hometown is falling apart? Did welfare cut your dad's construction job? Did they cut yours? Did food stamps cause your cousin's farm to go bankrupt? No. The people you voted for did this. While you're struggling to buy groceries, Musk and Trump are flying in private jets. While your road projects are being canceled, Musk and Trump are handing out tax cuts to billionaires. While your hospitals are losing funding, they're telling you to what? Work harder. They sold you a dream and left you with a nightmare. It's not too late, but you've got to wake up. Look, I'm not telling you this to make you feel stupid. I don't care who you voted for. Okay, I do. But I'll stand behind your right to have been stupid. But these are the consequences. You did this, not Trump, not Musk. You and everyone like you who didn't like her laugh. I care that you're waking up in a country that's actively screwing you over. I do. But you have to wake the hell up. And when you go to the store and wonder why eggs are $7 a dozen, when you hit a pothole the size of Texas, when you can't get a doctor's appointment, don't ask what happened. Just look in the mirror and ask yourself this. Do you get it yet?